On a muggy late summer afternoon, I find myself in a rental car in front of an apartment complex in southwest Houston. A young man named Alex, wearing a blue t-shirt and jeans, slides into the passenger seat. "Oh, yeah," Alex says, studying the windows. "This will do for a drive-by." For a second, I'm not sure what to say. "A drive-by?" I ask. Alex throws back his head and laughs. "Señor El Bolillo, I'm just messing with you. Señor El Bolillo, Mr. White Bread. Alex's nickname for me. We are in a neighborhood just a 10-minute drive south of the Galleria shopping mall, one of Houston's most famous landmarks. In the 70s, this area was known as Swinglesville. Dozens of sprawling apartment complexes, some a block long, were built here to accommodate young, single white adults starting their careers. The complexes had sophisticated names like Chateau Carmel and Villa Royal. Today, the crepe myrtles continue to bloom, but there are no more free VCRs, and no disco. Large banners, many in Spanish, offer $99 move-in specials with no credit check required. In the courtyards, where young singles once played sand volleyball, young mothers in faded dresses hold babies against their hips, watching their other children kick soccer balls. Old men sit in plastic chairs on tiny balconies, drinking beer. Paleteros pedal their bicycles through the parking lots, past rusting cars, selling popsicles and spicy cucumbers. Late in the afternoons, small clusters of young males, mostly teenagers, stand around on the sidewalks, seemingly doing nothing, their hands in their pockets. Almost all of them wear similar clothes: t-shirts, tennis shoes, and either neatly creased blue jeans or Dickies khaki pants. Sticking out of their back pockets are patterned bandanas. The young males are gangbangers, members of neighborhood street gangs like the Southwest Cholos, La Primera, La Tercera Crips, Somos Pocos Perro Locos, and Mara Salvatrucha, or MS-13. According to Houston police, they are vicious, tattooed career criminals, their lives devoted to razors, knives, and guns. They regularly rob innocent people, steal cars, and break into businesses. "Come on, let's cruise," says Alex. "Let's see the sights." He gives me a look, his eyebrows rising, and starts laughing again. "Maybe, El Bolillo, we'll get lucky and see some bullets." Alex, who is 20 years old, is one of the neighborhood's veteranos, a veteran gangbanger. Despite his small stature, people keep their distance from him. Since the age of 11, he has been a member of the neighborhood chapter of Mara Salvatrucha, made up of young males whose families immigrated from El Salvador and other Central American countries. By his account, he has been involved in at least 100, maybe 200, he estimates, fistfights, knife fights, gun battles, and yes, drive-bys. Tattooed on his stomach is part of the flag of El Salvador, and on his back is a 3-inch-high Mississippi 13. Among the tattoos on his arms is one that reads, "Smile now, cry later." On his left wrist is a small tattoo consisting of 3 dots in a triangular formation, the symbol of La Vida Loca. "The gangbanger's life," says Alex. He points to one of the dots. "We have a saying down here that if you live La Vida Loca, you'll end up in the hospital." He points to the second dot. "Or you'll end up in prison." He then points to the third dot. "Or you'll end up dead." I put the car into gear, and Alex tells me to turn one way, then another, until we end up on a street called Dashwood. "You see them? The Chavala?" Alex asks, pointing to 3 young Hispanic males. The Chavala. Slang for the enemy. The 3 males are members of the Southwest Cholos, a Hispanic neighborhood gang. With black bandanas in their back pockets, they are showing the black rag. "All I have to do is show them some blue, and it all starts going down," says Alex, who has a blue bandana sticking out of his back pocket and is also wearing a long blue belt and a blue rosary. We pass the 3 cholos, and Alex stares at them with a surly, challenging expression. Mad dogging, or murder mugging, is the term the gangbangers use to describe such a look. The cholos, in turn, mad dog him. "They know you?" I ask. Yeah, they know me, fool. Everybody knows everybody in the hood." Suddenly nervous, I press down on the accelerator. The rental car lurches forward, and Alex bursts into laughter again. "El Bolillo," he says, "I mean no disrespect, but you'll never get to do any drive-bys if you keep driving like that." A few days later, Jason Tran, a burly Houston police officer, asks me, "Do you know what would have happened if your MS-13 guy had stuck his blue handkerchief out the window and waved it at the cholos?" The cholos would have waved their handkerchiefs back at him? I say weakly. If those cholos had a gun on them, they might have fired at your car, Tran says. Tran takes me in his squad car back to Dashwood. Two teenagers are standing on a corner, both showing black. Tran gets out of the car and says, "Hey, guys." They shrug and don't move. They tell Tran their names, Miguel and Jose, and then Tran informs them that I'm a reporter and want to do an interview. To my astonishment, they both shake my hand and politely say hello. They are good-looking kids, thin as reeds, with short dark hair and unblemished faces. At my request, they show me their black rosaries and their long black cloth belts. When I ask to see their tattoos, they pull off their t-shirts. Miguel has SWC across his stomach, and Jose has the word Cholos stamped on the bicep of his right arm. They both have La Vida Loca tattoos on the tops of their hands. What happens, say, if an MSER comes through here and throws down? Tran asks the cholos. Shoot them, stab them, F them up. Whatever, Miguel says.